This is Far Cry 3, Condensed. Our main character, Jason Brody, is out having fun with his friends on the Rook Islands, a tropical paradise. But their fun is cut short when they're captured by pirates. Vaas Montenegro, a psycho pirate leader, has Jason and his older brother Grant trapped in a cage.
What is it, Jason? Jason, what is it? Why aren't you laughing now like you did up there? What, is this not fun anymore? Have I failed to entertain you?
When Vaas leaves, the two brothers are given a chance to sneak out of the pirate camp. When Grant kills one of the pirates, Jason is a little shaken. Jason has never taken a life before, but in order to survive, he will have to adapt. Once Jason and Grant seemingly get to safety, Grant gets shot in the neck by Vaas. Being the nice man he is, Vaas gives Jason a head start to run away. Jason ends up falling into a river, but he gets saved by Dennis. Dennis is one of the Rakyat, the tribal warriors native to the Rook Islands. Dennis sees warrior potential in Jason, so he decides to help him out. After learning some survival skills and helping the Rakyat secure an enemy outpost, Jason goes to visit Dr. Earnhardt.
Dennis said you'd be able to help me, that you found one of my friends.
One of your friends? Huh.
Dr. Earnhardt has taken one of Jason's friends, Daisy, into his care. Daisy has fallen deathly ill because of some poisonous plants, so Jason goes into a cave to find a mushroom that can treat her. When Daisy wakes up, Jason tells her about Grant's death, which deeply upsets her, especially since the two of them were dating. Jason wants to bring the rest of his friends to Earnhardt's place for shelter. Earnhardt initially refuses, but Daisy, who reminds him of his dead daughter, convinces him to change his mind. So Jason goes off to access the pirates' comms network, and he discovers that his friends are being used to extort ransom money from their parents, after which they'll be sold off into slavery. Before going to rescue his friends, Jason is asked to help stop an attack on a Rakyat village by destroying a pirate weapon stash. Once that's done with, Jason infiltrates the pirates' prison camp, where he thinks his girlfriend Lisa is being held captive. While he's looking around, he gets knocked unconscious by a pirate. He's taken to an abandoned hotel, where Lisa is being held by Vaas. When it comes to killing Jason, Vaas is all about theatrics. A bullet to the brain would be too boring, so he instead sets the building on fire, leaving Jason and Lisa to die in the flames. They have a couple near-death experiences, but Jason and Lisa make it out alive, and they head back to Earnhardt's place. Lisa joins Daisy in a nearby cave, where they plan to camp until the others get rescued. Jason needs help to fight Vaas, so he pays a visit to Citra, the leader of the Rakyat.
Why are you here?
I need the strength to defeat Vaas and save my friends.
Is that all?
Before offering her assistance, Citra wants Jason to retrieve something that has been lost. Instead of just telling him what exactly has been lost, Citra makes Jason drink a mysterious concoction. Jason starts hallucinating and somehow comes to the conclusion that he needs to find a ritual knife. His only lead is a man in white, so he sets out to find him. The man in white is Willis, a CIA agent. Willis wants Jason to go burn the marijuana fields that belong to Hoyt Volker, the main big baddie of the island. After burning the weed, Jason returns to Willis and he finds out where his friend Oliver is being taken to. There's a sizable convoy that's transferring Oliver, but Jason takes them all out and takes Oliver back to the cave with the rest of his friends. The next friend Jason must rescue is Keith, who's being held by a hitman named Buck. Buck wants the ritual knife, the same one Citra is looking for in exchange for Keith. Finding the knife is a bit of a challenge, but Jason does eventually find it and he hands it over to Buck. When Jason reunites with Keith, it's apparent that he's been deeply traumatized thanks to Buck.
Jason, you gotta get me out of here. I'm begging you, please. You gotta get me out of here, man.
Buck reveals that he's not going to let Jason and Keith leave, so Jason has no choice but to kill him. Jason drops Keith off at the cave and returns to Citra to give her the ritual knife. Citra is pretty impressed with Jason so far, but she wants him to further prove his worth by setting free some captured Rakyat soldiers. During the attack on the convoy transporting the captive soldiers, Jason gets knocked out by Vaas. Before trying to kill Jason with yet another somewhat inefficient method, Vaas has a little speech about the definition of insanity.
The thing is, I killed you once already. And it's not like I am fucking crazy.
After he's done talking, Vaas tries to drown Jason in a cenote, but of course Jason survives. Jason tries to escape on a helicopter, but it gets shot down and crashes, which he also remarkably survives. Vaas shows up again and shoots Jason in the chest, but Jason survives the gunshot thanks to a lighter in his shirt pocket. Vaas, dude, you had so many chances to simply shoot Jason in the head. Anyway, Jason meets Citra back at the temple. He drinks a mystery fluid that's supposedly poisonous to the weak, and he begins hallucinating about fighting a giant ink monster. Upon coming to his senses, Jason finds himself having intercourse with Citra in front of all these people. Jason declares to the Rakyat that he will lead them to victory, so he leads an assault on Vaas's base. When confronting Vaas, Jason starts hallucinating again. During this dream sequence, Jason kills Vaas by stabbing him through his belly. But is Vaas actually dead? Well, no, he's not. He's very much alive, but Citra thinks he's dead, and that's good enough. Because of everything Jason went through and his growing infatuation with Citra, he decides he wants to stay on the island. He tells his friends about his decision, and Lisa is not really happy about it. The others are just left silent. Now that Vaas is gone, the only other big baddie to deal with is Hoyt Volker. Hoyt is a very bad guy. He's the biggest drug kingpin and human trafficker in the Rook Islands. Jason heads on over to Hoyt's island and meets Sam, a man that could help infiltrate Hoyt's inner circle. Sam is an undercover CIA agent posing as a privateer working for Hoyt.
Hoyt will blow you into 1,000 shtuka! This will not be easy.
With Sam's help, Jason disguises himself as one of Hoyt's men. To get into Hoyt's inner circle, Jason helps him identify the traitors within his group. Hoyt is grateful, but he wants more. He wants Jason to torture a prisoner for some intel. The bad part is, the prisoner happens to be Jason's younger brother, Riley.
Riley.
Who are you?
There's not much Jason can do for Riley at the moment, so he has to continue torturing him to maintain his cover. Delighted with how things turned out, Hoyt invites Jason and Sam for a poker night. Before that though, Jason and Sam continue to wreak havoc on Hoyt's organization. On poker night, when Jason and Sam plan to kill Hoyt, things don't go as planned. Hoyt abruptly kills Sam, then forces Jason to continue playing cards. He already knew that Jason and Sam were scheming against him. Hoyt cuts off Jason's finger, then engages him in a knife fight. During the duel, Hoyt says that he's going to have Riley shipped off to a rich client, someone who likes them young. Jason gets the upper hand and kills Hoyt. He fights his way out of Hoyt's compound and finds Riley, who was just about to be flown out. The two brothers narrowly escape the airstrip and they head back to Earnhardt's house, which has been set on fire. In his dying breaths, Earnhardt says that the Rakyat took Jason's friends to Citra's temple. When Jason arrives at the temple, he gets drugged by Citra. Citra wants Jason to stay and become the leader of the Rakyat, but his friends represent his old life and they're seen as an obstacle. So Jason has to make a choice, save his friends and leave the island, or kill them and join Citra. If Jason chooses to kill his friends and join Citra, this leads to the bad ending. After his friends are killed, Jason gets freaky with Citra. When he finishes, Citra stabs Jason. Citra believes that their child will become the true leader of the Rakyat. I'm not exactly sure why Jason has to die, but Citra should have killed him after making sure she was pregnant. Anyhow, that was the bad ending. In the good ending, Jason will free his friends and say that he's done with the violence. Offended by Jason's refusal of Citra, Dennis lunges to stab Jason, only for Citra to jump in front and take the stab instead. It's a little confusing. She dies for Jason even when he rejects her, yet she will kill Jason if he joins her. I don't really get it. Jason and his friends are finally free to leave the island, away to safety at last. But Jason has killed a lot of people, and he probably won't ever be the same person he was before coming to the island. So that's it. That was Far Cry 3 Condensed. Thanks for watching.